LRAS Research and Development, presents Ecological Refinery, a refinery without external toxic effluents. According to the EIA, in the United States alone in 2020 there were 135 refineries, 131 of them active, producing 18,976,085 oil barrels per calendar day. In the manufacturing process of these barrels, 139,000 barrels contain residues such as oil sludge, oil-coated stones and sand from the oil pumping process. The SES-MSL formula breaks the oil chains and removes the oil from the marine environment without harming fish, water and human. Upon contact with the oil, the initial response that can be seen is shrinking of the oil spill, and a few seconds later the surface tension of the spill expands. The visual stages are: black spot turns brown stain, brown spot becomes transparent, oily film, and finally, clean water. Laboratory tests, TPH, COD, TOC, etc. samples showed no oil remains in the water and organic load level was even decreased by a number of units below the initial value. SES-MSL technology can treat various pollution processes in the refinery and turn it into an ecological refinery. Among the contaminants in the refinery the SES-MSL can treat: oil sludge, oily coated surfaces, pipes and tankers, oil spills, spillage of contaminated water to external source, emissions of gases from oil tankers, and the OXT formula for sewage treatment. The oil sludge decomposition. By mixing the SES-MSL formula in the oil sludge, the oil loses its viscosity and adhesion to solid stones, shells and sand. Then we add water and boil the container, process that encourages decomposition. After a while we pour the liquid oil sludge into a pool that connected to another pool which both perform non-stop circulation. For a few days the oil decomposes in the water surface and the sand goes down to the ground. Laboratory tests show a decrease in TPH, COD, TOC values and even a decrease in metal values. Once in a while it is necessary to empty the bottom of the pool and dry the solids that finish the decomposition process. Oily coated surfaces, pipes and tankers cleaning. By spraying the SES-MSL formula on surfaces with oil and oil byproducts residues, the oil will be separated from the surface and the oil continues to decompose in the water. After spraying the formula, pressurize water on the surface with a water pressure gun until the oil is completely removed. This method is suitable for cleaning oil from surfaces, oil tanks, pipes and more. Oil spills treatment. By pouring the SES-MSL formula into rainwater reservoirs, rivers, lakes, oceans and additional water sources that are contaminated with crude oil and oil byproducts residues, the reaction is immediate. The hydrocarbon components in the water are attacked by the formula and the decomposition process begins. After a few days the change is visible and after a few weeks laboratory tests show a significant decrease in TPH, COD and TOC. Spillage of contaminated water to external source treatment. By a unique process of integrating the SES-MSL technology in the polystyrene manufacturing process, a unique buoy is obtained that treats the marine environment against oil spills and oil byproducts. This buoy serves as a bodyguard for the outlet of polluted water to external water sources. preventing emissions of gases from oil tankers. By a unique process of absorbing the SES-MSL formula in suitable carriers, a filter is obtained that decomposes oil and gas emissions from tanks. This method is suitable for tanks in refineries that emit toxic gases, transporting tankers to other locations and more. The OXT formula for sewage treatment. The refineries have internal sewage treatment plants for the daily use of wastewater and sewage. In these processes, the accumulated precipitate is sent to landfill. The OXT formula treats the microbial load, kills the cyanobacteria microcystis, coliforms and fecal E. coli, reduces the negative organic load and balances the oxygen in the water. SES-MSL formula has been tested and approved by the world's leading laboratories including CEDRA, and is approved in over 25 countries. The formula has been tested and approved as not harming humans, the marine environment and life. It's time to make a change. Ecological Refinery.